Sometimes we think that we should be good to people who is good to us, and then we should be bad to people who is bad to us. Is it a goodness is the nature of us, or is it the goodness is decided by the situation and other people? Think about it and let's get back to it shortly. Hi, welcome back to OneUs. Today it is day 49 and we will be looking at verse 49 from Tao Te Ching. As usual, let's observe a few seconds of silence. Thank you. So now let's look at verse 49. The wise do not hold opinions. They are aware of the needs of others. In the first two lines, Laotzu clearly talks about the wise people do not hold opinions. The other word for opinion is judgment. The wise do not hold opinions or judgment so that they don't act differently with different people or different situation. So their reaction of goodness, it's not decided by the other person or situation. Instead, their nature is goodness. And that's what Laotzu talks about. And then he goes on to say, I am good to people who are good. I am also good to people who are not good, because virtue is goodness. I have faith in people who are faithful. I also have faith in people who are not faithful, because virtue is faithfulness. Here Laotzu talks about being faithful and being good towards people who are both good and not good, and people who are faithful and not faithful, people who are kind or not kind. However, the inner nature of the wise is goodness, faithfulness, and kindness. They don't change. Because someone is bad, I will act bad. They don't change like that. And likewise, they don't change their stand. When someone is faithful to them, they will be faithful. It is not a transaction of give and get. It is instead a very nature of a wise person. To illustrate this point, we can look at a story of a monk and a scorpion. Once, there was a monk who was walking along the riverside, and that is when he noticed a scorpion struggling in the water. So he reached out and took the scorpion out of the water, and when he was about to leave the scorpion on the ground, the scorpion stung. And then with a shock, he just took the hand back, and that's when the scorpion went back into the water. And again, the monk reached out to the scorpion and took it out. And again, the scorpion stung. So this went on for the few times until the moment when the monk let go of the scorpion on the ground. And the boy who was playing along the side of the river, who was noticing all this event, who came to the monk and asked, why did you help the scorpion when the scorpion is hurting you? For that the monk said, the nature of the water is to take in, and the nature of the scorpion is to sting, and the nature of me is to help people and then be kind to the other living things. And that way I showed my inner nature. So the moral of this story is, it is not like what we get to give goodness and kindness and faithfulness. It is not a transaction. It is our true inner nature, which doesn't change according to the other person's behavior or action. So that is a true nature. That is just be good instead of acting or trying to be good. Then he goes on to say, the wise are shy and humble. They behave like a small children. There are two ways to interpret this line. In one way is they behave like small children is, the nature of them is like a child. They don't hold any grudge or judgment towards the other person. If you notice a child, they may get into a fight with the other child. But then within moments, they reconcile and then they talk and then they laugh, then they play together. They don't hold anything back. And that's what Laotzu means here. And the other way is, they also look after the other person, the other people in the world like their children, so that they're always kind and good and faithful to them instead of expecting certain behavior and acting good. And the final words are, to the world they seem confusing, yet people look to them and listen. So their very nature of how they can be good to people when the other person harmed them, it is confusing. However, people appreciate that quality and go and listen to them when they speak. And that's what Laotzu means in this verse 49. So, one actionable thought for today is practice goodness. I know you and me are good. However, when I say practice goodness, especially during the difficult time when someone really act badly towards us, and then instead of judging their action, we just be good. That's all. How we can be connected with our true nature of goodness is what this verse calls for. So practice goodness today. And whenever the opportunity comes in your way, just practice goodness. It can be forgiveness as well. Practice that. So that way you will be aligned with the Tao and you will be at peace. With that, we come to an end of verse 49 and then talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.